First of all, can you all hear me properly? The quality of the voice quality, audio, video, screen, everything is fine? Hello? At least one or two students, you can chat in the chat box. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this session I am going to take for around 1 hour. It will not take more than 1 hour. Just that whatever your questions are there in your mind, you want to ask this, that, anything. Just give me around half an hour, 40 minutes to say my peace of mind, my thought process, and then anybody can ask any question relating to anything, there is no issue. But maybe if I will be starting with the questionnaire now, then most of the things which I am going to say in coming 20-30 minutes, most of the things will be clear. The objective of this webinar is 3-4 things. Knowing about CMA US qualification, maybe you have done your research, due diligence. What is a CMA US? Something you know, something you don't know properly, something you know but there are some clarifications required. So what is CMA US? Whether it should be, what is the eligibility requirement for doing the course? What is the cost? What is the duration? What are the opportunities by doing the CMA US course? And in this your entire CMA US journey, how we can help you to, you can say, get the benefit, pass the exams, getting the degree, how Saraf Academy will be able to help you. Okay? This will take around 30 to 40 minutes. Everything I will be able to tell you. And then whatever your queries are there, we will be giving you opportunity. I will be giving opportunity to everybody. Each one of you, whatever your questions are there, we will discuss. First of all, eligibility. For CMA US, eligibility is 12 pass out. From any stream, whether you are past 12th class, from arts, commerce, science, anything, you need to be 12 pass out to go for CMA US course. For CMA US qualification, 12 pass out is the entry route. Normally, the average age of the students, doing CMA is 26 to 35 years. That's the average age of the student, those who are going for CMA US qualification. You can do on your own the Google search and you will be able to find out the maximum persons who are pursuing this course are of the age of 26 to 35. That means they are not 12 pass out students. You understand? And that means they are not free, they all are working. Most of the students are working, they are graduates, maybe they are graduation done in IT, science, something, but they are working in finance and accounting area in the organization. At a lower level, at medium level, at higher level, at different levels they are working in the organization. And if they are working already at managerial and higher level, they are finding problem in understanding what is actually going on in the organization. How to help the organization to take to the next level. When the board members are discussing something, then how can we contribute into that? Because there are many students who have taken classes with us. They are IT specialist, software programmer, or maybe I can say that having engineering background. But they found that whenever there is some discussion going on relating to accounting, finance, management accounting, they are not understanding the things. So their major purpose was that, sir, if I will be doing this course, I want that I should be able to contribute in my organization success. I should be able to understand what my directors, what my board members are talking, so that I will be satisfying myself and at the same time I will be able to give value addition to the organization. And there are very, very brilliant students taken the classes and completed the CMA US, even though non-accounting background. So the question is that the age group which I am talking, 26 to 35, are all working, are all very busy. And the busy persons are always very serious. Serious in the sense, maybe they are not serious in regard to study, but they are very serious about their career because they are matured and they want that they should be getting better things in life. They should be growing in life that they want. For that reason, they join CMA US course. Now, how the CMA US course will help in those developments, that we need to understand. That is, what is the course curriculum and why we can say that CMA US is one of the best qualification in the domain of accounting, management accounting, finance, risk management and all that. I will say, suppose I need to manage my business. The business is related with different areas. One is what are the products we are offering, what are the price, what others are charging, what others are offering, what we are offering, how can we compete with others, how can we better satisfy our customers, product, choice of the product, offering of the product, giving the services. That's one part. Somebody can say that it is sir marketing but it is a part of management accountant job. Then the second part is that when the student joins in or when the product or services of the organization, the customers are purchasing, buying, how can we deal with the customer? How can we satisfy the customers to the next level? How can we manage our organization affairs? Not mine, any organization where you all are working. How the administrative part can be managed, how the funding should be arranged, where the funds can be employed, how the decisions should be taken relating to best return in the project. You can see that administrative, accounting, finance, management accounting, internal control, risk management, ethics, everything we require to follow for growth of the organization. And if we will follow, if we will know the skills, then there is no problem of getting the opportunities and jobs. As I said in the beginning, just give me some time, around 30 to 40 minutes. You will understand everything and then any queries are there, we will discuss. Don't worry. But मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि when I will complete discussing in 30-40 minutes, 99% queries will not be there. Because I am doing a 360-degree discussion relating to CMA US. So normally we have students, those who are 12 pass out, those who are undergraduates, those who are graduate also. But the population or the percentage of those students out of the total students are very less. And in the CMA course in the world, the students, those who are pursuing CMA US qualification are the average age of 26 to 35. So nobody should think that, son, I am working. How I will be able to manage? You can easily manage, you need to study. You can't pass the exams or you can't be getting confident to give the exam if you don't study. That's sure. Maybe the pass percentage is 50, 55, 60%. But that doesn't mean that everybody who will give the exam can pass. They need to have a structured approach to pass the exams. That is, I will be going secondary, but this is, you can see, on the basis of the institute search, Google search, you will do a due diligence, you will find that these are the students who are pursuing CMA US qualification. Now, in CMA US, this is one, you can say, whenever the student connect with us, we share with them this write-up or you can say a leaflet which is explaining everything relating to CMA US. But I'm not going from here, I'm straight away going because everything taken here from the institute website. The website name is imanet.org. imanet.org. This is the institute website. And on this institute website, you will get to know everything, which I want to say now. You will get to know everything, the registration, the cost, the papers, the syllabus and everything. Suppose we want to go into CMA certification overview. If I will be going on the imanet.org overview, in the overview, they are saying what is CMA qualification. Here, most of the important thing is that in CMA US, there are two parts exam. You can say two exams, two parts, two subjects, whatever you say. Part 1, Part 2. Part 1 is having 6 competencies areas that the student need to study to give the exam. And Part 2 are the 6 competence areas again, total 12 areas. I will personally say in my language 12 subjects. It's a two-part exam, part 1, part 2. But we say that there are 12 subjects to study. In part 1, external financial reporting decisions. External financial reporting decisions means if you are working as an accountant in an organization, or if you are, you can say, helping the main body in the organization relating to accounting matters, non-current asset accounting, inventory accounting, receivables accounting, payables accounting, financial instruments accounting, the accounting part. In simple language, if somebody will say debit, credit and all that, those are there. I will say in my language, the financial statement, that is PL account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, disclosures, those things are covered, which they are saying as 15% of the syllabus. 15% questions in the exam will be coming from first part, external financial reporting decisions. The part 1, part 2, there are 2 exams. Part 1 is composed of 6 competencies areas. I will say 6 subjects. And part 2 is also 6 competencies areas. So you can say that by doing CMA US part 1 study, a student will be getting knowledge about basics of financial statement, PL account, balance sheet, cash flow, statement of changes in equity, notes to accounts, a basic knowledge relating to accounting area will be developed. The second part, 20%, planning, budgeting and forecasting. I will say planning, budgeting and forecasting and performance management in Indian simple language is costing. Costing. Costing means you can say variance analysis, decision making, marginal costing, then modern management accounting techniques, total quality management, value chain, many things are there. This is relating to costing. Planning, budgeting and forecasting and performance management is costing. Then one small area is relating to cost management, different types of costing technique applied in different organizations. These 3 areas are relating to costing. Internal control, auditing, internal affairs, corporate governance, some of the things are covered here relating to internal control. And some IT areas, because any business cannot survive, cannot grow without having basic IT expertise in the organization. Any business, whether mine or anywhere where you all are working, without IT we can't survive. For growing of our product, for going of market, for managing our affairs, information technology is an important aspect. So this they have covered as one part, part 1. Then in part 2 they are saying financial statement analysis. Now here in part 1 the accounts is preparation of financial statement. Here analysis. A company's financial statement is given with the competitor or with the industry. How can you say that which one is better? Where the company's performance is good? Where the company's performance need to improve? Where the company is not able to perform properly? That is the most important job of a management accountant is on the basis of the financials, analyzing the company's financial strength. Whether profit, losses, assets, whether the company will be able to pay their liabilities, whether the debt equity is in the proper mix, that is financial statement analysis, 20%. Corporate finance, I will say bond, equity, source of funds, from where the money should be raised, cost of capital, capital structure, then that is covered as corporate finance. Working capital management also. Decision analysis. Here we are studying basic costing. Then here on the basis of management accounting decisions, how we can management accounting knowledge, how we can take decisions in the organization. Those decisions are relating to product, how the resources should be utilized, if the limited resources are there, where they should be used, how the resources can get the maximum return to the organization. Risk management in every business, whether it's a manufacturing, marketing, distribution, or whether you can say trading, service provider, risk is there in every business. Business cannot be possible without risk. But to manage the risk within the limits, what are the risks in our business, how to identify, how to manage them in the proper level, risk management. Investment decisions, long term. If you are investing in a project $1 million now, the project will be running for 5 years, 10 years. How much return you will be getting, NPV, IRR, then different types of investment appraisal techniques. Professional ethics, any professional person, any course you are doing, ethics is a part of the professional courses. You do any course, that the person, those who are the student, those who are teaching the CMA, those who are connected with anyway with the institute, what are the ethical guidelines which CMA Institute is saying, which we should follow in our day-to-day and regular life. So the ethical principles, that is 6th part. According to me, financial accounting and then analysis of financial statement is accounting subject. Anywhere in any other course, account subject is there, accounts is covered in both part 1, part 2. Then planning, budgeting, performance management, cost management, decision making is costing. Internal control, auditing and all that is internal control and auditing, another subject. IT, another subject. Investment appraisal, finance, another subject. Corporate mergers, acquisitions and all that, valuation, that is another subject. And ethics, another subject. You can say that there are 2 exams, but it is not leaving anything which is required to manage the business. To manage a small business, a medium SME or a large organization, all these things are the part of accounting, business and finance. Whether it's CMA US, whether it's any course, whether it's 2 exam, 10 exam, 5 exam, doesn't matter. Everything is there. What is the weightage of this percentage? There are 2 points to say in the weightage. They want to say that when the student will be studying part 1, the 6th portion that they are going to study, in the exam, the questions will be tested. That suppose the paper is of 100 marks. It is not 100 marks, just I am saying. Out of 100 marks paper, 15 marks will be on external financial reporting area. 20 marks question will be on planning, budgeting. 20 marks question will be on performance management. 15 marks question will be on cost management and so on. They are saying that if somebody will concentrate only on one area, suppose they will think that planning, budgeting, performance, and suppose I will do this, I will leave external reporting. Can't do. They have to study the entire syllabus to give the exam. And in the practical life, what opportunities you will be getting in the organization cannot be fixed. Whether in management accounting, whether in risk management, whether in investment appraisal, whether in corporate finance, whether in financial analysis, what opportunities you will be getting, you don't know, institute don't know, but they need to develop in you that type of competency so that you will be able to, absorb or help the organization in all the domain which is related with accounting, finance and business. Don't think that it's part 1, part 2, only 2 exam, the syllabus is less and all that. This is myth. The syllabus is vast. Everything need to be studied, properly completed. Then only the student will be feeling comfortable of giving the exam. And according to me, if the testing of the institute, whether it's CMA or any institute, is not at the high level, then the student, those who will be getting the qualification, they will not be able to give the benefit to the organization where they will be working. Or they will not be able to grow on their own if they want to start their business. Business qualification, every aspect of business need to be explained to the student, have a sound understanding so that they can work anywhere, in any environment, in any type of organization given these domain possible. Practically they are saying that in exams, part 1 is of 500 marks. Part 2 is 500 marks. The exam is not 100 marks, 500 marks exam. Part 1, part 2, part 2, 6 areas each. That means in total 12 areas and 500 marks each part exam. Each exam is of 500 marks. Part 1 500, part 2 500. A student need to score to pass 72%. 72% means 360 in each part. To score, we need to score 360 to pass the exam. The exams are divided into 2 parts. Say part A, multiple choice questions, and part B, essay type questions. Multiple choice questions, they are saying 75%. Essay type questions, they are saying 25%. I can say that out of 500, 75% is 375 marks. And essay type 25% means 125 marks. When we are saying multiple choice question, MCQ, means what? One question will be given, and against that 4 answers are there. You need to select the correct answer. The correct answer you need to select based on each question. There will be 100 MCQs. 100 MCQ questions they will be giving. Each question 3.75 marks. Whether it is difficult, easy, doesn't matter. Whether the question is easy, then also it is 3.75 marks. Whether it is difficult, then also 3.75 marks. Whether you can solve a question in 20 seconds, then also 3.75 marks. Whether a question will be taking 4 minutes to solve, then also 3.75 marks. No working. For multiple choice question, you just need to select the correct answer. How you are getting the correct answer, institute is not concerned. Maybe you are doing Jai Mata Di, Jai Allah, and you are selecting that. Maybe it's correct, you will get the marks. So the student need to understand that every question will not be difficult, every question will not be easy. Somebody will say that what are the type of questions they are asking? You can say that it is written, interested in becoming CMA. Download 20 real exam questions and see how prepare you. You can write your name, first name, last name, email address, from where you are, this, and that straight away you will be getting 20 questions. Those 20 questions are sample. That what are the types of questions they will be asking. Suppose if you will submitting this and you will be getting 20 questions, maybe you will not be able to solve a single question because you have not studied anything. But why you are trying? You are analyzing that what are the depth of the questions. What are the questions they are asking? I will say that when every student register with CMA Institute, when every student for the exams, when the student register with CMA Institute for the exams, then the CMA Institute give them the question bank, which is named as CMA Exam Support Package. This is the CMA Exam Support Package. Presently, it is released in 2020, and in 2021 they are using the same support package. And in this package, for part 1, part 2, whatever the questions came in exam, in part 1, I will say that out of the 6 areas, around they have given, you can say 60 into 6, around 300 questions. Somewhere the questions in one part is around, suppose part A, they have given 60 questions. Part B, they have given 90. Part C, they have given 40. Total around 300 to 350 questions are given for part 1. For part 2, 300 to 350 questions. Essay type questions are also given. And there are double part of the questions are given. I will say that if you consider part 1, all the double part question, that is this part and this again here practice questions, it is coming around 400 to 500 questions for each part. This is not that the same question will be coming in exam. The questions are for practice purpose for the student. When they are going for the exam, they should be practicing these questions. I can say around 100 questions are given, and you can see that for each question there is an explanation, the answers are given, the options are given. We need to select the correct option, and then we can check whether our answer is correct or not. The explanations are given after the end of these parts. That means from the institute, when the student will book the exam, they are giving a exam support package to students, which is covered in the exam fees which you are giving to the institute, that is covered. But this is available in the market also. If you are anywhere in the social media and somebody is doing the CMA US, suppose you will ask, we can give you, there is no problem. It's available. I mean to say that in place of testing 20 questions from here, you can go through with this support package and analyze what are the types of questions they are asking. According to me, my experience of last 10 plus years teaching CMA US, they all are concept based questions. It's not a question that they are theory or they are numerical. Concept based questions. If the student concept is good, they can easily pass the exam. There are students who have not studied so much on their own personally. Just you can say joined the classes. In the class they have focused very well, and in the class when we are trying the question, they focused on getting the concepts. At the time of exam, on their own self-study, they didn't get time, but they passed the exams. There are students who did so many questions. I will say that around 5,000 questions solved from different places, still could not get through because the concept is not developed. They are thinking that the question which I am doing, the same question will be coming in the exam. Not a single question will be repeated. If your concepts is clear relating to any area, you can easily pass the exam. So the most important part, that whatever way you are applying for study, you need to build up your concept in doing the questions. For concepts, you need to understand exactly what is in the syllabus, what they have covered, and how that can be understood, so that when you do the questions, you will be able to do the questions with confidence. You will be able to do them right. Your motivation, your confidence will increase, and so that you can give exam. So in 100 MCQs, 3.75 marks each. There is no part marking. Right 3.75, wrong 0. There is no negative marking. For essay type questions, one scenario, and 5 to 6 questions based on the scenario. How they will look like? Suppose they are saying part 1 essay, part 1 and part 2 practice essays, 382. Suppose I am going in page 382. In page 382, the essay type questions are given. This is first question. In part 1, first question, there is a write-up of around 7-8 lines. Then on the basis of write-up, there are 5 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Sometime here maybe 7, but in exam they are giving 5 to 6 questions. Maybe another scenario, in another scenario some numericals are given. And on the basis of the scenario, 5 questions. Normally on average, on the basis of one scenario, they give 5 to 6 questions. There will be 2 scenario based questions. Means what? On the basis of one scenario, 5 to 6 questions. On the basis of another scenario, again 5 to 6 questions. One scenario, 5 to 6 questions. Second scenario, 5 to 6 questions. 5 to 6 questions. Now here you need to show full workings. That means it is not multiple choice. If suppose this is a question, calculate variable expense variance, I need to show the calculation in a Word file, I need to type, or maybe I will say that Excel is not required because very small. The answer, if theoretical, I will be writing 3 to 4 lines. If numerical, I will be showing my calculation. This is not objective type. Whenever the questions are subjective, part marking is there. Suppose there is a question where they are asking you need to write 2 points. You have written 1 point correct, another point wrong. So you will be getting half marks. So part marking is there here. Normally, this part is easier to handle as compared to multiple choice question. Students at most of the places all over the world think that if the exam is MCQ, it is very simple. But believe me, whether you take CAT example, whether you take any IT exam, any exam, the multiple choice questions are most difficult to handle. If the questions are essay type, a student can pass easily. But if the questions are multiple choice, they are difficult to pass. Because multiple choice, the questions are given 100 questions from varied areas, from different way. And it is very, you can say, difficult to concentrate in the exam the entire time, that from this area, that area, proper practice required. But for essay type questions, student normally, you can go on the institute website, you can go in Google, you can do your due diligence research that the student performance is very good. Performance in essay type questions, very good. Very good in the sense, I will say most of the students are getting 50% plus marks in essay type. And if somebody has studied well, concepts are clear, he can easily score 60-70% marks in essay type. The question is that if suppose I am talking about worst performance in the exam, the essay type question is of 120 marks, 2 scenario, 1 scenario, 5-6 question, another scenario, 5-6 question. And suppose my performance is worst. Worst means I am getting 50% marks. So out of 125, I am getting say 65 marks. So out of 365, I got 65. I got 60. But how much is still left? 300 marks is left. That means out of multiple choice questions, which is of 375 marks, I need to score how much? I need to score 300 marks. Out of 375, 300 marks is basically 75% accuracy. That means if there are 100 questions, I need to do 75 correct in the exam. Normally when I teach in the class, and I always say from the first class till the last class, that in the multiple choice question, if you want to be sure of passing the exam, then your marks in the multiple choice question should not be less than 70-72%. That is, out of 100 question, less than 70 if you are doing correct, maybe you will not pass. Even though the chances are there that in the essay type you score 60-70% marks. But as a contingency, as a conservatism, out of 170 questions, answer should be correct in MCQ. We say that in MCQ, out of 100, you will find that around 15 to 20 questions are very tricky. Maybe they are from your best area, but they are tricky. But those which are from other areas, they are easy to handle. So out of say 100 questions, 15 are very difficult. 85 are good. Out of 85, you have still has the leeway to do 15 questions wrong. 70 you can do right. If you do 70 right, you are in. The examiners are saying that if the student in the objective type question, because first of all, it's a 4 hours exam, 4 hours exam, 3 hours for MCQ, 3 hours for MCQ, and 1 hour for essay type. Now in 3 hours, suppose my score in multiple choice question is even less than 50%. That means out of 375, I am scoring even less than 187.5. Out of 100, my accuracy level is even less than 50 questions right. Even though the institute will allow me to go for the essay type, I will score out of 125, which is impossible, but still I am saying. So 187.5 plus 125, which coming around 300, 310. 360 is not coming. So institute will say that after 3 hours, your exam is over. You cannot pass the exam because in 3 hours, out of 100 question, your marks is even less than 50%. So you are not given the essay type questions. But suppose your accuracy level is greater than 50%. Suppose my accuracy level in multiple choice question 52%. That means I am getting around 200. If I will score in essay type 125, then also 325. Which is impossible. 100 out of 100 I will not get. In essay type, somewhere I will be losing marks. But it doesn't mean that if your multiple choice ke baad your essay type is opening, that means you will pass. That you can say that it is 50% accuracy is there. But for passing the exam in multiple choice, minimum 70% accuracy is a must. So that there is no tension of going into essay type. You will not be getting the multiple choice and essay type together. First of all, 3 hours, 100 MCQ you will solve. If you score 50% plus, they will not be saying that how much marks. Then only the essay type will open, and the 2 essay type scenario based question you will be solving within 1 hour. 1 hour means half an hour, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. You need to solve within 30 minutes both the parts. You can say around 10 questions. And 10 questions in 60 minutes. Per question around 6 minutes. The some time will be going in reading and also planning also. So I say that exactly around 4 minutes to write the answer. You need to write a small answer in 2-3 lines. If theory, numerical, you will do basic calculation and then you will submit. That's the exam format. In the exam, one more thing. A student can give any part exam in any order. Any order. One student is giving part 1 earlier, then he will be giving part 2. Another student is giving part 2 earlier, then he will be giving part 1. The question is that the syllabus of both the parts is totally different. There is no correlation between any of the parts syllabus from part 1 to part 2. There is no correlation. Normally, if you do your research, you will find that part 2 results are better than part 1. The students are performing better in part 2 as compared to part 1. No logic for this. I will just say that one logic. Part 2 is very much practical oriented. I am not saying part 1 is not. But those, since the average age of the student 26 to 35, for that reason all those are working. And when they are working, part 2 is very much working related things. So when it is working related thing, these types of student will be able to perform better. But if you saw those who are 12 pass out, or those who are, you can say, undergraduate, just completed graduate, for them maybe part 2 will be slightly difficult because they have not worked anywhere, and with the practicality they are not so much practical. Maybe for them part 2 is difficult. But anyhow, the students all over the world are giving part 1, part 2, whatever they like earlier. There is no difference because the syllabus is totally different. It's your choice how you are going to perform. First part 1, then part 2, first part 2, then part 1. It's hardly matter. The student has to concentrate on one part and give the exam. Now, they are saying that generally the institute is allowing 3 years to complete the course. They are giving 3 years validity. If after 3 years still you don't complete, normally nobody will give the exam. If the student is not complete, believe me, I know, the student will not do the course, the student will leave the course. So there is no question of 3 years. Mostly the students are completing the course in 12 to 18 months. I will say within 12 months because it's 2 parts. If you are serious, then in that case within 3 to 4 months one part, 3 to 4 months another part, within 8 months the course can be completed. There are many students who are completing the course in 5 months, 6 months also, giving both the exam, but they are very less. Normally the students are completing in around 8 to 12 months. The institute is saying that the percentage of students who are completing the course after the registration is in around 12 to 18 months. The institute is saying 150 to 170 recommended study hours per part. I say that in place of 150, 170, around 200 hours per part. 200 hour part 1, 200 hour part 2, 10, 15 hours here and there depending upon student ability. But in average 200 hours. If I will say that I will be completing one part in say 4 months. In 4 months. 4 months is 120 days. 120 days, if you study in average 2 hours in a day, it is 240 hours more than enough. So the way the course is structured, it is pretty simple that the student can give exam in 3 to 4 months for one part by studying around 200 hours for one part. Then they are saying earning, that is a questionable part, that earnings is not dependent on any specific qualification. Earnings depends upon my practicality. There are so many, you can say, chartered accountants. Is everybody is earning same? No. I will be coming into earning later. The 50% pass rate globally, always average pass percentage is 50. 4,000 CMAs are becoming CMA every year, 4,000 plus, and 70,000 CMAs are awarded CMA qualification in last 50 years. You must have seen in the social media, the institute has already awarded the membership to more than 1 lakh members. So the institute is growing continuously. They are saying that after एक बार मैं आ रहा हूं. Whatever your questions are there, just further 20 minutes, bas. Then you can ask any question. They are saying that for getting the degree, you need to pass the part 1, part 2 exam. You have 2 years work experience you need to have. Bachelor's degree or professional accounting certification required. Bachelor's degree or professional accounting certification in the sense, suppose I will say that I have done, what I should say, I am a 30 years of age person. I have done engineering, IT. I have not done accounting in my life. But I found this CMA US course very fruitful, very practical oriented about all the business areas. And I cannot give more time. So for that reason, I enrolled in the course. Okay. Then in the course, there is accounting, there is internal control, management accounting, every accounting, finance, business area is there. I am studying. And the work which I am doing, maybe I am engineering background, IT person, but the work which I am doing in the organization is very much accounting related, very much the related, which is the area covered in the CMA US. I will be getting instantly the degree from the institute. Membership from the institute. Once you pass the exam, you are called as affiliate. But when you fulfill the other requirements, then you will be getting the degree. There are many students who have studied with us, never studied in accounting and finance, complete CMA US, they get the CMA membership. So since they are allowing after class 12, you need to pass the exam. If they are 12 pass out student, just by passing the exam, they will not be getting the degree. They have to show 2 years work experience, then only they will be getting the degree. Then you can see some videos are given. I am not running this video. This is first part. They are saying in about the CMA. Then they are saying you have done the research. Now you are interested in starting the course. So they are saying getting started. For getting started, they are saying enroll in CMA program, register for the exam, plan to complete the, you can say, work experience requirement, and then get the degree. Suppose I want to enroll. Before enrolling, 1 second, they are saying that the fees of the institute, not any training provider, not any study material or anything. This is the institute fees. Whenever we do a course, there are 2 types of expenditure. One, the institute fees, which is for registration, exams, membership and everything. The second, the way you are going to study, whether on self-study, whether from training classes, this, that, the cost relating to that. Even though if you go for self-study, then also there is a cost of study resources. So this is the cost of the institute written on the institute website, which a student need to pay to the institute. They are dividing the students into 2 categories, professional members, student and academic members. Student and academic members, those who are undergraduate, 12 pass out, BCom first, second year, or those who are BCom doing MCom, they are also treated as a student. Doing MCom is also a student category. Academic members, suppose you are a professor, a teacher, or anybody in a college or university, anywhere, or in any educational institute, you are doing academic members. Then for them, they are charging lower fees. What fees is that? CMA entrance fees $188. Fees is in dollar. $1 you can take 75 rupees. And the CMA exam fees is $311 per part. Part 1, part 2, same exam fees, $311 per part. The star they have written IMA membership is additional and also required. This is for registration, which is non-refundable. This is when you will be giving exam for each exam. And there is when you pass the exam, when you go for membership, they will be charging membership fee also. So 188 is the entrance fee. 188 is the membership fee. And 311 per part is exam fees for students and academic members. For professionals, those who are not a student, they are professional. Graduate, not doing MCom, or maybe completed MCom, working somewhere or not working, they are treated as professionals. The professional fees in place of 188, $250. The exam fees in place of 301, $415. Now many persons call us, many students call us, and they say that, sir, to save money, can I go into student category? Sir, I have completed BCom, I can join MCom, and then I will be going into student category. 100% yes. But then, if you have joined in the CMA US course saying that you are a student, you have submitted the document that you are doing MCom. Once you complete the exam, you need to show that you have cleared MCom. If you don't show that you cleared MCOM, they will not be giving you the membership. So take your call accordingly. You can convert yourself into a student. You can save your money big amount, because around 100 and 100, 200 plus here is around 70, $270. I can say that around $300. 300 into 75 will be coming around 22,000. So if the student are going to study CMA US, institute fees is 188 registration, 188 for member, 311 per part exam fees. If it is professionals, then 250 for registration, 250 for membership, and 415 pound per part exam fees. Now this entrance fees 250 and 188. Normally the institute offer discounts. Presently there is no discount going on. Normally the institute publicize like anything in the social media. What discount? Against 188, 40%, 50% discount. Just wait, let me finish. Against 188, 40, 50% discount. Against 250 entrance fees, 40, 50% discount. Not for the whole year, but many times during the year, they offer a discount in the entrance fees. On 311 exam fees, on 415 exam fees, on membership fee, never there was any discount, never there will be any discount. The student get confused, sir, abhi to 40% discount chal raha hai. It is only on entrance fees. Only on entrance fees, $188, maybe suppose 50%. So you will be required to pay around $100, $88 less. $88 into 75 is coming around 7,000 rupees approximately. 6,500 to 7,000 rupees. Here, if it is 250, 50%, $125, $125 into 75 rupees will be coming around 10,000 rupees. 9 to 10,000, that is the maximum discount. Not every time. Many times during the year they offer, you don't have to ask anybody. Always in the social media it is rolling that this period. Presently it is not there. It was there, discount was there till, I will say, July. Then August, September, they have not offered discount on the initial entrance fees. Maybe they will offer tomorrow, I don't know. But the discount are there only on the entrance fees. Other fees are not under a discount. Okay. Now, somebody will say that, as somebody was saying that I want to claim, one second. I want to claim a scholarship. For a scholarship, they have written on the website. You can read that. I will be showing you 1 second. Before scholarship, they have written the exams are in the year 6 months. Every 4 months, first 2 months, Jan, Feb, March, April, Jan, Feb, then May, June, July, August, May, June, then September, October, November, December, September, October. On any day, these are on-demand exam. You can book your exam any day depending upon availability of the exam center, dates and all that. But out of 12 months, 6 months exams are there. January, February, every day. May, June, every day. September, October, every day. Every day the exams are there. You need to decide on which day you want to give the exam. Normally what happens that when the exam structure is like this, suppose presently we are teaching for a particular part. We are saying to the student, those who are doing the classes, give the exam in September, October for one part. Then by the mid of October or end of October, we will be starting another batch for another part, that is for January, February exam. Again in around February, mid around 10, 15 February, we will be starting another batch for May, June exam. Again we will be starting another batch in the month of June for September, October exam. This way the whole life will go on. Suppose you are not taking classes with me, you are studying on your own somewhere else. Everybody is following the same process. That when the exam window is over, this September, October is getting over, the student will start studying in October for January, February exam. Which part? Your ichha, your intention. You want to go in January, February part 1, you want to go for part 2, you want to go for both part. If you start studying now, then in January, February, entire months you can give exam for part 1, part 2. they are saying that last day to register for exam for 15 February. That means from now onwards till 15 February you can book exam for January, February. In the last 1.5 years, because of Corona, the exams were there even entire year. In 2020, except one single month, the exam were there for 11 months. Even in 2021 also, up till now, the exams were there other than 1 or 2 months entire year. But in future, that will not be the case. That is because of Corona. The exams are getting rescheduled. The center is closed. For that reason, they have given a relaxation. But in future, the exam procedure will be this. The student need to make their call, make their planning, then what they want to give the exam. Acha, 1 second, scholarship. Getting started only the scholars. I want to read whatever is written on the institute website. In place of saying anything haphazard, better that whatever the institute is saying, we should be seeing. Quick tips on getting started. I will be coming. It is there definitely. 1 second. Maybe in taking the exam, the scholarship is there. I will be showing, normally it is written that the scholarship will be given in a year 10 students. All over the world, 10 students will be given the scholarship. They should be student, they should not be professional. The scholarship is only for students, say 12 pass out, doing graduation, maybe BCom, BBA, whatever, in a college. Then the college authority will be representing the student in a letterhead that this is a very good student, meritorious student in our college. That letter you need to give to the CMA Institute. There are many who are giving, to whom they will select and all that, that's their call. But in a year, maximum 10 students will be given scholarship on the basis of recommendation of the university where you are studying. Since you are doing MBA, they will not allow, because it is for undergraduates. Scholarship is only for undergraduate, it is not for MBAs. I will show you, it is written. It is written only for students. So you have already done graduation, they will not give you scholarship, man. I will show you. Let's proceed, because otherwise we will be taking time. So taking the exam is your thing. Now suppose getting started. I am going again in the getting started tab. When we are interested to enroll, okay? Suppose I am clicking the enroll button. In the enroll button, I am saying suppose Aman Kejriwal, okay? No issue. First of all, I need to register, because I am register now, because it is for existing users. So register now. I have clicked the register now button. Register now tab. In the register now, email address. Suppose I will say CA Prakash Saraf @gmail.com. I have written my email address. The email address they have taken. Now they are asking to fill up. Email location, business, prefix, Mr. Prakash Saraf, First name Prakash, middle name not there, Saraf, then senior, then gender, male, normal thing which is need to be filled up. Why I am filling? There are some important areas I need to show. Address. Business address I am giving. Suppose it is 5 Mangoi Lane, not interested, Kolkata, then select state West Bengal, city Kolkata. I have not selected, 1 second, zip code 700001, city, Five Mangoi Lane, should I be saying here India? Middle name suffix male. Sorry, it is showing United States. I need to first of all change to India. India, then it is coming city Kolkata, then it's West Bengal, then it's 7001, then it's phone number 98 301 76993, date of birth they are saying I have filled up the basic details. Terms and conditions I have read and all that. IMA's framework. I have read agree to meet. IMA's ethical standards. Next. Password is incorrect. Why it is not matching here? Password confirm, password I have done. Now it has taken. Accepted all the details. Now the first part is over. They are saying that CMA candidate, if you are professional, then the fees is list price, your price is this. If you are a student, then it is 227. If you are academic, then it is 323 T23. Somebody will say that, sir, when they said earlier 250, when they said earlier 250, why they are saying 495? They are charging the entrance fees and the membership fees together. Here they are charging entrance fees and membership fees together. Here they are charging entrance fees and membership fees together. The entrance fees will be valid for 1 year, but the membership fees will be valid for 3 years. So we are proceeding. Suppose I have gone into professional category. Even I can go into academic category also, I am going into professional category. I have submitted that. Now, in India, I want to go into Kolkata chapter, so that anybody who is in Kolkata, they will make a, you can say, group. Next, Kolkata chapter I have selected, because since I am from Kolkata, I want to be enrolled in the Kolkata chapter. Now they are saying that register for May, June, CMA program part 1 May and June registration. I am not interested for the time being booking for the exam. CMA program exam part 1 January, February. I am not interested. CMA program exam part 1 May and June, this, and 1 second. September, October 2021, still it is showing. Then it is showing the January, February 2022. And it is showing May, June 2022. I want to skip that. For the time being, I am not sure that I will be giving exam when and what. I don't want. So I am skipping that. I am going into fourth one. In the fourth one, it is said that CMA part 2 exams. I don't want to give that also, because I am not sure for the time being. So I am skipping part 1, part 2, both the exam, because I don't want to book now. Skipped that. Once I skipped that, it is showing 495. Once I will do checkout, then I need to make payment by making my credit card and all that. If I will be selecting a student, then I need to upload some document which can say that I am still a student, I am in the first year, second year somewhere. If I am academics, then I need to show the proof that I am an academics, then only that fees will be applicable. Once I will pay this, I will be getting a mail from the institute that Prakash, we have received this money, thank you, you have start your study and all that, that will be receiving. And then whenever I want to give exam, I will be using my user ID and password, which I will be getting after payment, without not. Once I will pay, I will be getting my user ID and password. Password is already there. I can change my password anytime. And with that ID and password, I can pay my exam fees and book the exam. But if I am paying today this fees, today is what? 1st October. The entrance fees in 495 is $250. I have to complete my both the part exam by 30th September 2022 because the entrance fees is valid for 1 year. The course can be completed in 3 years, but the entrance fees is valid for 1 year. Suppose because of any reason, I could not give exam of part 1, part 2 both, or part 1, I have not booked the exam also. But the entrance fees from today is gone. Because I paid today, 1 year validity of entrance fees, that is gone. Next year when I want to give exam after 30th September 2022, I need to give the entrance fees again, then only I am allowed to give the exam. And what is the 3-year story? If I suppose clear one part in 3 years, the second part is due, 3 years is over from today, then I need to give the part 1 again after 3 years. Because my validity of one part will be applicable up till 3 years. Why? Because there are so many changes in whole world. So 3 years, the whole world change. In last 3 years, whatever experience you all have seen, that I don't have to say. So the institute is saying that you need to clear the exam within 3 years. Your membership is valid for 3 years. You need to understand that as per my experience, those who have joined with us, and if they have not cleared the course, normally in 1 month, at least one part, they are never clearing the course. Never. Even my student also joining with us in 1 year, at least if one part they are not clearing, then they never clear, they never give exam, and they never clear. So if suppose there is a discount going on, and for 40-50% discount you are paying this fees less, membership will be same, just the initial entrance fees will be 40-50% discount, but the validity will be 1 year. So what I say to all the students, you start your study, but when you start your study, be focused that you have to complete this much study within 1 month, 2 months, and maybe when you are around 40%, 50% of one part complete, register. So that you are ready that you will be giving exam for part 1 or part 2 within 2 to 3 months, and within 1 year you can complete the course. You don't have to pay annual subscription again. You are thinking of 40-50% gain. Maybe sometime discount is there, but that is a waste of money. Next time if you don't clear within 1 year, again they will charge £188 or for professional $250. Then in that case it's a loss. So first start your study, whatever way you want to study, and then after completing at least one part, 40-50%, then go into making the registration. You can pay registration fees and membership once, then part 1 exam fees, then part 2 exam fees. Or maybe part 2 exam fees, then part 1. So the payment to the institute will be in 3 portions. One is entrance fees and membership fees. The second is part 1 exam fees. The third is part 2 exam fees in 3 parts. But will be going within 1 year. I will say that for, around for professionals, it will be coming around $1,100, around 75-80,000. For students, it will be coming around $700 something. So 700 into 70-75 will be coming around 60,000. The institute charges for student professional are 20,000 gap. Let me finish, then I will answer everything. So I said that if you are student category, then in that case, your total cost to the institute is around 60-65. If you are going into professional category, then your total cost is around 75-80,000. 20,000 difference is there in the fees. The institute is giving logic, those who are students, they are not able to earn anything. So for them, the fees should be lower. But those who are working, why the fees discounted scholarships should be given to them? They should be paying the normal fees which anybody should be paying. That is the logic of the institute. For that reason, there is a difference in the fees. Now, 1 second, for the time being, suppose I want to check out. I have done checkout. but I don't want to pay now. So I will be skipping address. I am saying cancel. Are you sure you want to cancel? Cancel. I am not interested in paying now because I want to show other thing also. Suppose let's close this and open imanet.org. So we are in the CMA certification, getting started, taking the exam, current CMAs, who are the current CMAs and CMA scholarship. You see CMA scholarship. Somebody was saying scholarship. CMA scholarship. For nearly 50 years, the CMA has been benchmark for management accountant. You can complete the CMA taking the exam in school and DAGELS. You see, school. I mean to say, if you are studying in a, after 12 pass out in school, in colleges, then the college will be representing you for the scholarship. And scholarship. For scholarship, they have written you can do your research. I have read that, maybe for the time being, I don't want to waste. It is written that around 10 students in a year will be given a scholarship on the request by the university where you are studying. The principal or authority, they will be giving a letter to the institute that this student should be given a scholarship, then it comes. So it is there, but it is less. Now, if I will say that, suppose somebody will do the research for jobs. Suppose I will say whenever we do the research CMA jobs, if I will say do research for CMA jobs in India, many times it will be showing CMA India, CMA ICWA, sometimes it will be showing CMA US. In times, in Naukri.com, in I will say that Job Indeed, and then the CMA Institute, there are some persons who are regularly focusing on jobs. According to me, if I have knowledge, definitely I will be getting jobs. If I don't have knowledge, nobody is going to give me money just because I have done the degree. So whenever we study, we need to study with logics so that we will be getting better opportunities in life. When the student is clearing the exams, technically they are perfect. And CMA exams is very practical oriented, very knowledge based exam. When the student will be clearing the exam, they will feel the difference in themselves. Now somebody will be getting the job after 10 days, after 20 days, after 2 months. Somebody will be getting job of say an average as a fresher 4 to 5 lakh. Somebody is getting 5 to 6 lakh. It's a question mark. Because not a single course in the world, forget about CMA US, can give you job guarantee. But those who are professionally qualified, nobody is free. Maybe I will say that we are never satisfied with our life. Whatever we are getting, we always want dil mange more. That's always the case. When we have knowledge, when we have expertise, definitely we will be getting growth in life according to me. You can do your research that in the CMA US, what are the jobs available at a time. When you do your research, you will be getting good knowledge about job. Because I'm not going, because we have already taken extra time. For that reason, I'm not going there. Now, if suppose the one part is relating to what we need to pay to the institute, the another part how we are going to study. Suppose there are, you can say, materials, and basically the seller of the materials, the question bank and all that, I can say Wiley, I can say Hawk, Others are also there, Glenn. So many are there. Generally in their material, you will be getting a study text, you will be getting a question kit. That question kit you can practice online and all that. The charges are from 20,000 to 35,000 approx, in which you are basically getting the materials to study. Now you need to follow the videos and the materials to pass the exam. You need to prepare. The second thing is that you can see that you will, this 20 to 35,000, if somebody is going for personal study, is a must. If you go for your study on your own, you have to have some study material so that you can start study. If you see that you will go for training classes, either mine or anybody, normally the training classes fees, as per my understanding, 50,000 to around 75,000. For both the part I am talking, different institutes all over India. If you can say, since now online classes are there, outside India the institutes are also there. For two parts the classes are around 50 to 75,000. Generally most of the places that covers the study material also. Whether their own material, whether they are giving the Hawk Glen and all that, that's different thing. But the prices for the classes along with the materials are around 50 to 75,000. So one option is that a student will study on their own by taking the materials, which will be costing them around 20 to 35. The other option is that they will be joining the classes somewhere, which will be helping them with the materials and everything. Our charges are 53,199. I am charging 53,199 for both the parts. And we teach for part 1, part 2 for 4 months, around 3.5 months. For part 1, we teach around 100 to 120 hours. For part 2, we teach around 100 to 120 hours. It's vary, sometime 100, sometime 110, 120. And I have my own materials because since last 30 to 35 years only done teaching. I know well teaching. I know just how can I teach in the best possible way the course. So all materials are mine. The question bank we use, the other courses which we are offering, at the same time the CMA US exam support package. Those resources we are using, and I have seen in my 10 years experience, the student, those who are studying, those who are following, and those who are regularly studying for at least 1.5 hours, they are giving the exams, they are clearing. The problem is that a student is not giving exam at all. When they are not studying, when they are not studying in the class, when they are not studying on their own, then in that case, the question of pass or fail doesn't arise because they are not giving exam only. So pass fail will arise when the student will give exam. How the institute result is 50% plus. Those who are giving exam, generally most of them are serious. But most of them are not giving exam because they are not giving efforts to study. It's not simple to pass. And in our case, as I said, normally the students are professionals, those who are working. For that reason, they are not free during afternoon time and all that. The classes I always keep in the morning time, Saturday or other time when the student is free. They need to get up, they can attend the class. If they don't able to do the live class, the recordings are there with them. They can see the recordings. On the basis of recordings, they can raise their doubts. When I will be taking the class, whether they are there in the class or not, their doubts will be cleared. They need to send the mail that will be discussed at length in the class so that the concept is clear. So I covers the every topic, every area, the conceptual study, understanding, doing the questions relating to different areas, and asking the student to do the questions on their own also, so that they will get the feeling to pass the exams. So you can see that if somebody will be going for CMA US as a professional, I am talking, because mostly generally are professionals, then institute charges is around 75 to 80. If the student is studying on their own, around 20 to 35,000, say around 1,10,000 is the cost, and regularly study around 2 hours. Whether you study on your own, whether you take the classes, whatever. Around 7 to 8 months you can complete, your cost will be coming around 1,10,000. If you go from a training provider, training classes like us or anybody, then your cost will be coming around 1,30,000 to 1,60,000, depending upon whatever the charges anybody charging. That also will take around generally 6 to 8 months to complete, and regular study in that case also 2 hours is required. Otherwise, it cannot be completed. And if the student say joining today and not giving the exam for 1 year, he will never give exam. That's my experience in last 10 years. They will go on saying, sir, I will not give this time. I will give in next quarter. After next 3 months, never that 3 months will come. They destroy because they are wasting their money, they are wasting their time, because it's not that 2 exams each. Without any study, you can pass the exam. You will not get the confidence unless and until you have not made a guidelines that I will be studying like this. So, I will say that all in all, if somebody is of the age of 25, 26 and 35, say that is the maximum age of CMA, which is written on the website also. Those persons are suppose having IT background, engineering background, but working in accounting and finance domain, management accounting domain. Or maybe somebody is a graduate, BCom, BBA done, working for 4 or 5 years, but they don't have a professional qualification. If they will think of doing Indian courses, CA, CWA, I'm not saying it is impossible. Nothing is impossible in life. But doing that, you can say that 7, 8 subjects at a time, studying, then giving exam, it is not a joke. So for those types of students, doing Indian course, Indian CA, Indian CWA, Indian company secretary will be very, very difficult. Nothing is impossible, but out of 100, even it is not possible for 1 student. Now those students, for their professional development, because of their inadequate qualification, they are not getting growth. They come in to think about ACCA, CIMA, CMA, CPA, CFA, FRM, these, that and all. I'm not discussing everything. But in that, this CMA US, in a short term, is one of the best course. Reason being that if you go for CIMA, if you go for ACCA, if you go for CFA, if you go for any course, at least 2 years, 3 years it will be taking. But CMA US can be completed in 8 months, say maximum 1 year. Because along with your job, you didn't get time properly, so you take 4 months extra. But it is giving you a professional qualification which is very well recognized all over the world. And the institute is doing everything, if I will say from the point of view of the institute, they are doing everything to create value for the course. For you, for those who have qualified, for the learning providers, for everybody, they are doing everything. Whatever the institute should be doing, they are doing. Increasing the quality of the course, materials, then checking the knowledge of the students, creating the job opportunities and everything they are doing. They are doing well. In this bad market in Corona, when the unemployment level is high, at that time the institute is doing everything to create job opportunities. At the same time, I can say that any learning provider like us, if there is connection with the employers, with the corporates, with so many students taught, if there is any requirement, students say that, sir, hum log ko ye chahiye hai. If you have any student, you can connect with them. So that is there. At the same time, a student will also be trying, after completing the course, that he will be trying in different organizations. Definitely growth is there. Whether the growth will be coming in 5 days, 10 days, 1 month, 2 months, that is a question mark. But in the short run, I can say if you do CA, even though suppose you were at 26, you decided, it will not be costing you at least double than this, because the training classes, materials, study and all that, which is very, so it is in cost effective manner with a proper direction, guidance, commitment, is a good course to complete and getting the professional qualification which can help you to grow in life. That is, as per my understanding, the student, those who are graduate, the student, those who are science background, but doing accounting and finance, they are not understanding the things. For them, it is in short, one of the best course to pursue. Every area of business you will be understanding, that will be helping you to grow in life. Definitely in the long run, maybe 1 or 2 months, you are not getting opportunities, but in the long run, you will be getting good opportunities. Now, I have said what? Who can do this course? What is the exam pattern? What is the eligibility? What is the institute charges? What type of questions they ask? What is the syllabus area? Then what is the cost in studying on your own self-study through training class or whatever? And what is the opportunity of the course in the market to do this course? We are starting our new batch from 16th of October, because I am running part 1. We are starting part 2 from 16th of October, Saturday. which will be running for 3 to 4 months, part 2 classes. And those who have already studied part 1, they will be studying part 2. Those who will be joining new, they will be studying part 2 and they will be studying part 1 later. If somebody will say that, sir, I will study part 1 only, then the live classes for part 1 is not there for coming 3-4 months. It will be recording only. There is no age. In any course, CA, CWA, India, international, no age limit. Students of 50, 55, 60 years of age are doing the course. There is no age limit. It's just that when you start doing the course, they are saying that when you register, 3 years is allowed. You have to complete the course within 3 years. That limit is there. But there is no age limit, nothing like that. In any course, I don't think so in any course, CA, CW in India also there is age limit. There are so many social media stuff, you will find that somebody has done CA at the age of 55, like that. So there is no problem. Now, anybody who has any doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. You can unmute now and you ask.
Hello.
Yes, Deep, tell me.
Can we go with academics?
Can we go with academics in the sense you want to say that you are doing graduation? You want to say that you want to go into academic category. Academic category, I said, no. You need to be working somewhere in an educational institute, in a college or university. Then you will be said as academics. Because you need to give proof now that you are academics.
Okay.
Then?
So,
Deep, let's finish Deep, then others can ask. Let's Deep, yeah, tell me.
Okay.
Deep, your question is over. Now SP, you were saying something.
Yeah, sir. If I completed the CMA US course,
Huh?
then am I eligible for membership of ICWA?
That was there around 3 years back. That if the student of CMA US giving exam outside India, then they will be getting the membership of CMA India. But now that is not there. That is because you must have seen my video also, that you will see the video which was uploaded at least 2 years back. But that is stopped. Now CMA US will not be getting CMA India.
Okay. And again, that the SEMA will get like exemptions in the SEMA.
In SEMA, the exemptions are not necessarily you need to be CMA. If you are graduate, you will be getting anyhow exemptions. You need to give 3 exams. Earlier, it was relevant on the basis of CMA. There were good exemptions. But now SEMA has changed their entire course totally. I have done a webinar on SEMA around 15 days back. And if you go on YouTube, that webinar is freely available. You can mail us. We will be giving you the webinar. You can see that it is not required that for doing SEMA, getting exemptions, CMA is required. No. They have changed their entire stent FLP route in which already the exemptions are there.
Okay. So I'm an engineering graduate. So
Huh?
am I eligible directly to give SEMA?
Engineering graduate and then your work experience?
I worked in manufacturing sector for 4+ years in the production planning. Like
Then in that case, you can straight away go for SEMA. It is not required that you need to route through CMA. If your intention is to do SEMA, not required to route through CMA.
in terms of opportunities, what will be the good CMA USA or SEMA?
I will say that if you focus on European countries and all that, SEMA would be better. But if you focus on US area and all that, then CMA better. In India, both have good opportunities because both are management accounting. SEMA is more, I will say, case study type, that in a business situation, how can you handle? But CMA is more slightly as compared to SEMA technical type. So I can say that if you ask me personally, when you are studying SEMA, you will be enjoying study. But in CMA, there are many technical parts where you need to mug up and remember.
Okay.
Then, yes, Chandni, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to know that this November I am going to USA on dependent visa.
Huh?
And actually I was working here in India for last 3 years. I am CS qualified, and for the CMA exam, Indian CMA, my final one group was left, which I won't be able to complete because
You are already going. Your voice is not coming now.
US turn my
Yes.
this time I want to turn I opportunity to study there, but I don't want to go for any university course and all. That will take a long time.
Yes.
So, if I pursue this course, because I have interest in like Indian CMA, SWA, and if I go for this CMA USA course, which I got in detail from you, so would I be able to turn this my dependent visa into work visa? And because the job opportunity for there, like in many fields in USA, it is for their American citizens, and
Yes.
for like you need to have the degree of there.
Huh.
So what would be like opportunity there for the job market? Is it very tough for there to search a job if I complete this course?
I will say 2-3 things here. First of all, I am not the proper person who can help you with the knowledge of the visa, because if you will do CMA US, how much benefit it will be getting to convert your permanent visa into a regular visa, that is very difficult on my part to say, because I don't have this knowledge. So I don't want to comment on this. But I want to say, subjective to this, that suppose somebody has done in India, Indian qualification. Suppose somebody has done CA India, CW India, and they are opting for job. Don't you think so that Indian courses will be preferred more in the Indian organization, unless and until organization is MNC? According to me, definitely yes. So similarly, if you are moving to US and you are having a US qualification, maybe CMA US, maybe CFA, maybe CPA, whatever, then in that case you will be preferred as compared to Indian qualification, because you are doing their qualification in their country, so you will be given better opportunities. But according to me, you are already, since you have done CS is more country specific, but still you have done, and you said that CMA, CWA, you are in final level. That means it will not be difficult for you to complete CMA US also. So if you complete that, it will be definitely getting benefit in getting jobs and other benefits which may be possible in visa, but I can't say this. And it is very short term course, so in 6 to 8 months you will be able to get that. Maybe you can start now, so that by the time you will be going there, reaching there, you can give exam from there only. And I will say that by that definitely you will be getting good opportunities, because you are moving to US. In your case, there is no contingency. You are already going to US, so doing a US qualification will be very helpful.
Yes, sir. I'm not asking the question. Thank you, sir, for your explanation. But actually, the government allows you to turn in your visa into work visa when you have some company that keep you for job. But
Okay.
that's the thing. If I get the job there, so then I will be allowed to work. But the companies there would be able to give the job on the basis of only this degree, because I need to have other degrees also, because I'm asking what job opportunities in USA actually after this course.
It's as I said, because first answer I said this only, ki if we are saying there are job opportunities in India, then the job opportunities in India for Indian courses person will be more as compared to India. Similarly, if you are doing CS, US CMA, CPA US, CFA US, US courses, then you will be getting better opportunities in US. And out of these all three, the CMA US is mostly cheapest. The CMA US is growing very well. So by getting a US qualification, definitely you will be getting better opportunities. But relating to visa, as I said, I don't have good knowledge. Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your
Thank you. Then, yes, Malini.
Sir, how relevant is
How relevant is Kesav? Again say, again come.
yes, sir. Sir, how relevant is CMA USA for a BCom graduate?
As I said in the beginning only, ki those who have done only graduation, they have not done any professional qualification.
Yes.
So if they will be doing a CMA US, it is one of the shortest, best professional qualification. I am not comparing with others, but in the short run, with the economical way, it is one of the best qualification. So if somebody want to get a professional qualification in the shortest route, then this is the best qualification.
Sir, may I add one more question? To
Yeah.
Sir, what is the scope of CMA USA in India?
I will say that when
Since this is not compared to other Indian
Compared to Indian course, if you compare with CA, CWA, CMA US in India, it is not that much value as compared to CA India. Mainly you understand that if you are doing Indian course, you are studying Indian law, Indian taxation, Indian regulation. You do any international course, you are not studying Indian law taxation because that is not covered in international course. So by doing international course, where you will be getting opportunities? Accounts, which is globally same, finance, management accounting, risk management, internal control, these areas are open-ended areas. So generally the MNCs, Big Four or multinational organizations are hiring international qualified persons, international qualification qualified done persons. So you will be getting opportunities there. Not in the small organization where CSCWA India can work. So there you will not be getting opportunity. So your horizon will be different, and at the same time by doing CMA US, you can think of going outside India, say Middle East, the Dubai Expo you must have heard is happening. So there are opportunities outside India also. And in India, big companies, big corporates, multinational MNCs and all that will be there. Generally, as per the research, if you go in research, then the research says that these are the companies that normally hires for CMA US, which we have written here because these are the companies. This is not the endless list, but these are the companies generally require international qualified persons in India. So you can think about them, but the normally small organization will not be hiring because they are interested that you know Indian regulation, Indian taxation. They want that the students should be knowing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so before the licensing process, just after completing 2 exams, can a student expect job opportunity?
I will say that once you clear, once you clear the exams and you have not have work experience, you cannot get the membership. So there is always in all over the world. Suppose I am a chartered accountant, but I have not got the CA membership. My value will be less. But since I have passed the exams, that means technically I am perfect. So I will be getting opportunities, but after becoming member, I will be getting better opportunities. But after clearing the exams, anybody can understand that technically I am perfect. So given the opportunity, I will be able to work better. So maybe you will not be getting very lucrative opportunities, but you will be getting good opportunities after clearing the exams.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Then somebody was asking something. Any course, any degree course, once you pass the exam, you get the degree, it is valid for whole life. There is no expiry. If you are doing Indian CA, CWA, anything, that is no expiry. एक बार डिग्री झंडा गाड़ दिए तो गाड़ दिए यार, हो गया. So there is no validity. It's of lifelong yours. You can say that I am a CMA qualified, I am a CMA member. No issue. So is there any other query anybody has? Sudhakar, yes.
The exam will be conducted online?
Online. All international courses, CMA, CIMA, all exams online. The exams will be in the exam center on computer screen. You will be giving exam. It is online. No pen and paper based exam.
Okay, we need to visit the exam center.
There are Pumetric centers all over India. In Kolkata, we have one Pumetric centers. So if somebody is giving exam, they need to go into the Pumetric centers. That is online exam.
Okay.
On demand online exam.
Yes, sir. Actually, I am working here in Malaysia.
In Malaysia also exam centers are there, Pumetric centers are there. In Pumetric centers, only CMA exams are not there. There are around 200 exams are happening. Everywhere in the world, Pumetric centers are there. So you will be able to give exam in Malaysia. There is no problem. You just do Google search in Malaysia, wherever you are located, nearest Pumetric centers. You will be able to find.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Anybody has any specific query, anything to ask?
For SEMA, I need to take that value, right?
For SEMA? I'm not getting. Once again, can you come again? What you said?
Yeah. For SEMA, I have to check your video on YouTube.
What is your last qualification?
MBA.
MBA. And what is your number of years of work experience? 5. So in SEMA, you need to give 2 exams. You will be getting 14 paper exemptions. Like here, 2 exams.
2 exams only.
Yes, management case study, strategy case study.
That's it. So how is it difficult? Is it difficult to clear that?
It is a different exam. This exam is, you can say, multiple choice. That exam is subjective. That is a case study based exam. I will be taking a class on tomorrow, which I will be uploading on YouTube. You can see that class, or you can message me. My number, I think everybody knows my number. My number is 98301 76993. At this number, you can give WhatsApp. Just mention your name, your qualification, your work experience. I will be giving you exact details, which when you go study, you will be able to understand what you need to study, how the exam pattern and everything.
Okay, can you repeat your number?
It is written 98301 76993. On screen I have written 98301 76993. Okay? Because saying about SEMA in 2 minutes not possible. That is the reason. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Then anybody else has any other doubt? So thank you to all of you. Yes, tell me, Deep. Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
So how much for exemption? How much work excess required so that I can also share with my friends?
5 years plus. The work experience certificate is not required, but there will be CV. You will be writing in CV. You need to mention what areas you have worked in last 5 years.
Okay. And highest qualification should be MBA.
What? Even though you are not MBA, if you are graduate, then also 5 years experience in SEMA, 14 paper exemption. MBA is not essential.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So thank you to all of you for joining, for giving your time. I think I have been able to help you all that what is CMA US, all the duration and everything. If still you have any specific query, you all can connect with us. All the details are there with all of you. You can connect. We will be definitely helping you. All the very best to all of you in your future course of action, for future endeavor. Thank you, all of you. Tada.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.